everyone, I'm Pentinator S. This is a channel about miniature painting where we do everything except actually paint miniatures. And today we're going to talk about the most important question for all beginners. Where to start in Warhammer and how much is it all going to cost? I'll break it all down for you. From the smallest formats to full-scale games with thousands of points. Ready? All right, let's go. Let's start with Kill Team. This is a skirmish game about small squads fighting in special arenas called kill zones. Each one is unique. For example, the Gallowdark kill zone. These are the cramped labyrinths of an abandoned space hulk. Meanwhile, Shadow Vaults is a two-level map. Ruins on the surface and a Necron tomb underground. To get started, all you need is a single box with a team. The cheapest are the Veroprox Infected, Lucidius Thirst Riders, Mendrakes, Vespi Stingwing, and Nemesis Claw. They cost about 2,745 Hrivnias. 2,745 Hrivnias for 10 toy soldiers and some cardboard. But for that money, at the fanciest ATB, you could buy 20 kilograms of zucchini, a pack of lipstick, unlimited beer, Obolon, a small bag of Lego, 15 bottles of Jibchick, 2 Hot Wheels cars, and still have enough left over for some unlicensed Labubu. And you would be absolutely right, because yes, it's expensive, but it's Warhammer, an expensive elite hobby that really draws you in. And honestly, it's actually worth the money. By the way, it's not a bad idea to have the Kill Team core book dice and data cards. But you can borrow dice from Monopoly and print out the rules.
I want you to know, you're right. This is Necromunda.
Next up is Necromunda. This is a skirmish game with a storyline. Here you control a gang operating in the hive cities of Necromunda. And what's even more interesting, there's absolutely no Space Marines here. Rare. The game unfolds through campaigns where you level up your gang and capture new territories. One box won't be enough here. You'll have to buy extra weapons, upgrades, and dice because they're special here, not just regular D6s. The starter set begins at around 1,850 Hrivnias. Necromunda is like a drug. First it's one box, then another, and before you know it, you're in over your head in the Underhive.
And now, for the truly real hardcore experience, Zone Mortalis. This is Warhammer 30,000, a game set during the tumultuous and pivotal Horus heresy events, a period of immense galactic conflict.
10,000 years before 40,000. The highlight of this mode is a special game map with narrow corridors. You can't do without it. The battles here are close quarters, intense, with grenades flying and shootouts happening just a few meters apart. The format is 500 points. To get started, all you need is a Legion Cataphracti Terminator Squad box, or a Warhammer 40,000 Horus Heresy Tartaros Terminator Squad for 3,310 Hrivnias. And that's it. Off you go into the carnage. The next mode is Boarding Actions. It's almost like a full-fledged Warhammer 40,000 game, but also played at 500 points. The differences from Zone Mortalis are the Warhammer 40,000 model range, and instead of dungeons, you have ancient starships. There are no vehicles, aircraft, or monsters, only infantry. And the atmosphere is actually very cinematic. It's boarding actions, grenades, doors blowing up. It's just unbelievably beautiful. The easiest way to start is with a combat patrol, but you need to choose ones that don't include tanks or large monster and demon models, because they simply won't fit in the narrow corridors. The price of any combat patrol starts at 5,800 Hrivnias, and buying everything separately will still be more expensive. So it's more cost-effective because you can always sell any extras at the flea market. And since we've already mentioned it, here is the combat patrol, a true gateway into the world of Warhammer. In the box, you'll get a ready-made balanced squad to play against other combat patrols. Just unpack it, assemble it, and you're good to go. All patrols cost about the same. If you plan to expand your army, the most cost-effective right now are the Adeptus Custodes for 5,800 Hrivnias. If you don't have a club with terrain or friends with boxes for kill team or boarding action, then combat patrol is a must-have. Let's increase the scale of events and decrease the size of the miniatures. Legions Imperialis is Warhammer Horus heresy in epic scale 1 to 100. Here we have hundreds of infantry, dozens of tanks, and even titans. You actually recreate battles on a planetary scale. The game format is 3,000 points. The cheapest way to start is with a Legions Imperialis starter set box for 7,250 hryvnias and one battle group for 6,380 hryvnias. If you can't find a battle group, just buy 2 starters, and that'll be enough for a full-fledged army.
Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. Though it takes the last drop of my blood, I will see the galaxy freed once more. And if I cannot save it from your failure, Father, then let the galaxy burn.
Warhammer 30k, specifically for the Horus heresy, here we are playing at a substantial 3,000 points, and it's certainly not a cheap start. That's 2 complete Saturnine starter sets, each priced at a significant 7,250 hryvnias. So you can freely choose either by faction and movement, or by the specific army of the Horus heresy you prefer.
The galaxy burns, yet still we stand, the last bulwark against the terror. And for as long as we continue to draw breath, we will steadfastly and relentlessly fight. For in this new and increasingly dark age, a period of profound despair and relentless conflict, there is truly and unequivocally only war.
And now we move on to the king, Warhammer 40,000. The main Games Workshop game, which supports most of the merchandise and reviews, and most importantly, this is the cheapest way to start at 2,000 points, the most affordable option for 6,370 hryvnias, plus 3 army boxes at 3,340 hryvnias each. Altogether, that's 16,690 hryvnias, and you have a full-fledged army. Envious glances, respect in the neighborhood, and slightly emptier pockets. You can also take a look at Custodes, Chaos Knights, and Grey Knights. These are elite factions where each model costs more points than average, so it's easier to collect them and in some ways cheaper. So how much does it cost to get into Arkham? Here you'll never waste money on nonsense because you simply won't have any left. Please note, in this video we only touched on the sci-fi version of Arkham because there's also Age of Sigmar. So let us know in the comments if you want a similar review but about the fantasy line of these games. This has been your host, and may your paint never run out.
Hello everyone, I'm Pentina Terras. This is the channel about painting miniatures in which we do anything except painting miniatures. And today we will talk about the most important question for all beginners. Where to start in Warhammer and how much will it all cost? I'll put it all on the shelves. From the smallest formats to full-fledged games worth thousands of points. Ready? So, let's go!